Welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel from Woodworking with Dash, and today we're going to make this box, which is made of centre. It's a very figured timber, isn't it? It's just my most figured timber that I've got. All different shapes, sizes and colours. It just pops. But the inside of the box is made out of my plainest timber, which is just pine with a white bottom. So I've got the two extremes of this box. I've got the most figured timber on the outside and the plainest timber on the inside. So come along and we'll make this box. Very unusual box, isn't it, guys? Very striking timbers on the outside and very plain on the inside. So I've got this big bit of centre here that I got from the big box store. The stripes in it, we get the stripes are 100mm wide. Our box is only 65mm high, so we can get each one in between the joints. I've just got to pick two planks here that will suit. I think it's going to be this one there, between there and there, and this one here. But they've got a lot of different colouring in them, and that's going to be for the outside, I think. Okay, just cutting down the centre now. It's bloody hard, this centre. You see how the saw struggles a bit. But I'm getting there. You can see better in this clip how the saw struggles. Another thing I was going to show you guys was that when you're cutting very hard timber, have your blade up high, that way the angle of the blade is cutting down through the timber, not along the timber. Like that. You see how the angle changes? The angle of the blade is now very shallow. And you're trying to cut along the timber, which will lift the timber up. But the saw works better because it's cutting down into the timber. Especially on hard timber like cedar. Okay, just budding an edge now. Get rid of the black marks. There he goes. And putting it through the thicknesser. Great thickness of that with the helical head. Works really well. I like it a lot. You can just tell by the noise of thickness is that it's very, very soft. And cutting them roughly to size. Easy to adjust the fence when it's like that. And putting the groove in for the bottom. Just keep checking to make sure that you put the groove to the fence all the time. And cutting the miters. I really like my floating table saw. It works well. Very nice. And here we go, using the masking tape method as usual. Now, alright guys, time for glue up. My favourite part of the job. Don't know why, but it is. This is a very simple box, but with a very striking timber. This centre is very striking. Comes from Asia somewhere, I suspect. But it's very, very striking. It's a very striking. So the box on the outside will be very striking, and the timber on the inside is going to be very plain. So I'm having the two extremes in this box. But it's a very simple box. But guys, I'm having one of these mornings where it's Monday morning and I can't find anything. I spent half my life looking for my glasses and they're on the bloody top of my head, of course. Damn. Don't like getting old. Anyway. Good fun. This is great fun. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Bit of bing. Bit of bong. Bit of bong. Bit of bing. And bloody windy out there too, by the way. Melbourne's always bloody windy. No, shit. No, there's always something happening in Melbourne. If you don't like the weather, wait for 5 minutes and it will change. Okay. Let's check the square. The box is all glued up. It's in the cramps. I've cut a top for it. Just got to mould it after. So we'll sit on there like that. Okay, here I am just putting the moulding on the top with the old G cutter. Yeah, struggling a bit there. The mould at the top, I just put an old G cutter in the big router. And the stuff's just come up well, look at that. I'm just waiting for the box to dry. So when this is sprayed up, this is going to be a very striking looking box. But the inside is going to be very plain. So that's the contrast. The outside striking, the inside plain. Time to take the box out of the cramp. See what we've got. Oh great, okay, I've cut the lid and moulded the lid too with the OG cutter. So that's it there. Coming up well. Very striking timber, isn't it? Very striking. And the inside is going to be white, as I said. It's going to be as white as I can get it. So I'm using this embossed white bottom, and I'm using pine for the trays. So clear pine for the trays. Pine splines, so it all combines. Okay, putting the splines, cutting the splines. Takes 23 gauge headless pins. And you can hardly see them. When they go in, you can hardly see them at all. Okay guys, another thing I do, I cut a lot of little different leads out of all my offcuts. I've got a whole tray full of them here. They're all the same height, but out of all different species. So every time I want to put leads on a little box, I just rummage through and find 4 leads I like. And then they're just going to glue on, just to bring it up off the ground. And that's easy as. Everything's glued up now. I just work quick. So I made a little handle there just to give it some height with the 2 pine end blocks. I've got the pine splines in, so they once everything dries, I can cut them off and sand them up. Okay, just routing for the hinges now. The hinge jig I made, double hinge jig. See how I cut the hinge in the box? I've got a double jig here and a router that's permanently set up just to do hinges. I never change it. It's just to do hinges and it makes it so easy. I just put the jig on, router it and it's done. 2 minutes, 1 minute, it's done. Wow, doesn't it come up great? With a bit of lacquer on it. and stapling the bottom onto the tray. Wow, all finished. Look at that. Great box. We're finished. Look at this box. The centre. It's very figured timber, isn't it? It came out great, didn't it? With the little handle on top. And the inside is my plainest timber, which is just pine with the white bottoms. We get the centre, which is most figured, and the pine, which is the plainest timber I got. Look at that. It just is, isn't it? It just is. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be making this magnificent tea box made out of ash with a jarrah lid and external hinges on the back with two tea cozies inside. One blackwood, one walnut. They can hold all your tea bags that you want. They have lift out containers and the lift out rack and the external box. And today I'll be showing you how to make this box in detail. Again, at the end of it I'll be giving this box away to one of my subscribers. So just watch the video and please subscribe, and I'll pick one out as long as you're in Australia, and I'll send this box up to you. No matter where you are in Australia, I'll send it to you. Great looking box. So let's go. Okay, the timbers that we will be using for the box are tas oak for the carcass. The inlay on the top is going to be jarrah. It's good. That's a good contrast. The tea boxes are going to be made out of finger jointed European beech. Nice cut. I like that. The surrounds that hold the tea boxes are going to be made out of heather, and the tops of the tea boxes are going to be made out of one out of walnut or one out of blackwood. As you see, a lot of the timbers come from the big box store, but they're accessible and they're cheap, and they come up great. So let's get into it. Here I am cutting the sides out of ash for the box. And planing them down to about 14 mil, and that's the top going through, and to get planed down to about 8 mil. Setting up the groove, setting up the height of the groove, and grooving the box sides and ends. It's a 6 mil ply in the bottom and 8 mil jarrah in the top. And make sure the jarrah. Okay guys, I've finished planing the ends down and the jarrah top, and I've put the groove in for the top and the bottom. You see that the bottom's out of 6 mil plywood. I've made the jarrah top about 8 mil. You can leave it wider, but it makes the lid too heavy. So plane it down to about 8 mil. I could have planed it down 6 mil, same as the bottom, but I just wanted to show you that it can be a different size. And when you are putting it together, you've got to make sure that you line up the right groove to the right groove. You don't want the top lining up to the bottom, after you've modded it. Then nothing's going to work. So just something to think about. I marked the bottom before I grooved it on each piece. So I can just keep an eye on that, make sure all the bottoms line up. Okay, you might have noticed I got a new plaid shirt. I noticed in my last video that I was a bit messy, but I'm a pretty messy woodworker. So brought some new clothes. What do you think? Cool? Debonair? Don't think so. Anyway.
Okay, cutting the sides and the ends for the box. I get one side and one end out of each piece. And marking the bottom again, just to be sure. And monitoring the ends, as you see, the saw is at its limits.
Okay guys, I cut the miter on the miter saw, but it was at its capacity. I should have set up the table saw, but I started with the miter saw. It still worked right. So, all we have to do now is to cut the bottom and to cut the top. Remember, don't cut them too loose and don't cut them too tight, as you've seen in my other videos. Just put them in the groove and mark them. Make sure that they're not too tight and not too loose. And then we give them the sand, and then we're ready to assemble.
Okay, marking the bottoms now. Just do by eye. The bottom and the top are exactly the same size, except different thicknesses. And doing the same to the ends. Very good sand now on both sides of the top and the insides of the box.
Okay guys, we're ready to put the box together. Because it's a much larger box than the last two that we've done. It's 130 millimeters high. We'll be using two box clamps, one at the top and one at the bottom, just to make sure that we get all the miters joined up correctly. So let's get on with it.
Okay, using the old tried and true masking tape method. I'm putting 2 bits of tape on because the box is so wide. Flipping it over. Gluing it up. When you glue this one up, just when it's all together, you won't be able to get inside to wipe the glue off. So don't put too much. Or you could tape up the inside so the glue doesn't get on the inside, but yeah, I don't bother. you're fitting the top and the bottom. Nice snug fit. Good. And just folding it up. Couple of bits of tape, pull them over, and the box clamps. Yeah, the bottom box clamp I should have made it a bit more level, but I didn't see it. Now let's do some others. Checking for square.
Okay guys, another day. This is the box and the clamps. Let's take it out and see what we've got. Come out great. Come out really nice. Really nice. So now we've got a box, we've got a bottom. You see the bottom marked all the way around the bottom, so I've kept the bottoms all together. And the top with the jarrah inlay. I will be cutting the top down 40mm. But I'll put the splines in. 2 splines in the bottom and 1 spline in the top.
Okay, cutting the splines. When you cut the splines, always lift the box off before you pull it back. If you don't, you'll recut the groove and it might not be exactly in the same place. So just go through once and lift it off. Okay, gluing the spines in now. Again, when you cut the splines, again, don't make them too tight or too narrow. But yeah, that all comes with experience. You'll learn that. Not that hard. And they just fit in there in the internal T boxes now, down to about 9mm. By the way, nice shirt. Okay, cutting the splines. Again, take it easy when you're cutting near the ends. Just let the saw do the work.
Okay guys, we're just going to cut the lid of the box off now at 40mm. I set the blade up just pass it just through the timber.
Okay, cutting the top off now. You see, I marked the face for the top and the bottom. Okay, to clean up the top and the bottom, you need to do it on a flat board. I've got my sanding board here, and you go backward and forward, and makes it dead flat. There you go, looking good. Okay, grooving for the 3mm bottoms in the T boxes. And then cutting them oversized, so I can cut the miters. I used the miter gauge on the back of the saw this time. I could have used a drop saw, and I could have tilted the blade, but this one worked quite well too. And just a quick sand on the inside on the flat linear. And again with the old masking tape method, but this time we don't cramp, we just use masking tape because they're only small boxes. Yeah, 2 small boxes.
Hey guys, the box is coming out quite well. The inside box is finished, as is the lid. The 2 tea boxes are done with the bottom in there. As you see, I just taped them together. You don't need to cramp these, but they're only small boxes. Just tape them together. I've made the racks where the tea boxes sit into, and I'm going to be putting them together with the pin gun. So this time I will show you how to put them together with the pin gun. Okay.
Okay, here's the pin gun. I've already put the first pin in. So you see they're just going so easy. They don't jump, they're great pins. You can hardly see them too. Make sure it fits in the box. Okay, now I'm rebutting the walnut and the blackwood to fit inside the box of tea boxes so they don't move. Don't make them too tight, make them a little bit loose because people will be taking them on and off. Okay, I'm doing a 45 chamfer on the front of the box to make the handle, and a 45 chamfer on the lids. I'm doing about 4 passes. I don't want to take too much at a time.
I'm going to hinge this lid with decorative external brass hinges. They just screw on the outside. They're the easiest hinges to use. Okay, the box itself come out good. The lid's all finished. We have the blackwood and the walnut lids in the trays. And the tray itself. Lot of little parts, but it's all coming together nicely. Yeah, it came in about 35mm. Now we'll square a line. If there's any adjustment to do, we can do them with the other 4 holes that we need to. No, it's come up great. Come up great. Doesn't bind at all. We'll put our bottom tray in. The 2 tea boxes. And the 2 lids. And we're ready to sand and we're ready to polish. Look at that, come up great, didn't it? Really good, just needs a good sand now and a polish, and we're right, and we're ready, and we're done. Great. Okay, we're finished, ready to sand and ready to polish. I finished my boxes with 3 coats of spray lacquer, but you can finish them any way you like, with oil finish or wax finish or a shellac, or just experiment and have a go and find something that you like. All finished, that's ready to sand up. Got the tea boxes in, the lids come off, tea boxes come out, and the rack comes out. So we've got 7 pieces that go into the box. Hey? Nice looking box though, isn't it? Okay, I'll see you after I sand it.
Okay, there it is, all finished, all sprayed up, 3 coats of spray lacquer. Doesn't that just pop? The walnut and the blackwood really set it off. Okay, and the decorative hinges on the back really suit this sort of box, I think.
Well guys, the tea box is all finished. No boy, come out great. Look at that. Look at that. Walnut and blackwood tops with the tea cozies inside. Hinge lid. The hinges, they come up great too. The external mounted hinges really suits this type of box. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, as always, I'll be giving this box away to one of my subscribers. So please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and I'll pick one if you're from Australia, and I'll just send you this box. I've already sent one up to New South Wales, and I'm about to send another one up to New South Wales. So just please subscribe, ring the bell. Thanks for watching. I hope you got inspired to have a go at one of these boxes. They're not that hard, as you see. It's just a matter of doing things in order, and they come out great, don't they? They come out really good. You get most of the material from the big box store. Have a go. Thank you. See you next time.